Lee Kelly and Gary Turner talking everything taxis on the L&G podcast.
Hello and welcome to the channel. Today we are asking the question, taxi driving in 2023. Is it still worth driving in 2023 with the cost of living crisis?
Sorry. It's a continuing question because we did 2022 last year. It's a continuing question.
Well, if you watched last year's 2022, good on you.
Yeah.
2023, what's happened since we did the last video? Well, we've got massive inflation. Inflation today, it's come down a bit, but it's still running at 9 to 10%. Fuel is still running average for unleaded, which I use, easy for me to say, is looking around about the 149 to 155 mark at the minute. Diesel is
between 170 and £1.80 still.
A litre. Ridiculous. When I first started this job, 32 pence a litre for diesel.
When I first started this job, I think it was about £1.12 or something like that. £1.50.
So, if you're new and you're thinking about this job coming into the industry, well, in 2023,
what can we tell you about this job and what the highs, the lows, the fantastic bits, the really down bits?
Well, what has happened now? When I come into the industry in how many years ago it was, you had two choices: Hackney, private hire. That's all it was.
Yes.
Now you've got Hackney, private hire, app-based private hire,
Yes.
which has really changed the marketplace completely.
Yes, it has.
Now, you own your own vehicle.
I'm settled buying it, yes.
Okay, settle is a Liverpool phrase.
Sorry.
It means
I do apologise. There's people around the country who don't
rent to
understand
buy.
that.
It's rent.
I'm renting to buy, yes.
Okay, so
yes.
settle. I mean, it's only in Liverpool they use the word settle. You know, so it's rent to buy. You're doing rent to buy.
I'm a rent to buy.
You're around about 200 quid a week.
200 quid a week to rent my vehicle, and if I'm going to rent the PDA on top of it, it's about an extra £110.
So it's 310 a week.
310 a week.
But that includes all your insurance.
Correct.
Does that include your maintenance?
No.
So maintenance not included in that. Okay. No. So, but you can drive.
Yes.
A Hackney. You're dual licensed.
Yes, I am.
So you can drive a Hackney, or you can drive a private hire.
Correct.
You can switch between. Can you switch between?
Yes, I have. I can swap between my. That's not a problem.
So you have two PDAs in the car.
No, I have one PDA. One
car.
PDA on and obviously my light on top of my vehicle.
And your taxi light on top of your vehicle.
Yeah.
So, best of both worlds.
Correct.
Which is good because you pick people off the streets, you drop them off, and then someone walks up to you in your licensed area.
In my licensed area, can we just get that perfectly straight?
You can jump in the back of the car and off
Yes.
you go again. Brilliant. So you've got two income streams coming in.
Yes.
For the one license, two licenses together. You know, one vehicle, two income streams. Brilliant. That.
Is.
Except.
Go on. Yeah, go on.
Except. You tell me.
Okay, I'll say that right. Okay. Is it? Do base operators actually like you, so like working off one system or working off two systems? Answer: one system. That's all they like. Now, Gary's going to inform you that on this modern day that we all are with these app-based companies and everything else, is that you can now work off two systems as long as your base operator, should we say, is absolutely fine with it. Which the base operators need to understand something. Self-employed.
Well, a lot of companies now are doing that. So a lot of cab companies now are allowing you to do the app as well as their company. But then again, think about this. If you're coming into it, or you're ready to drive and you want to go to two companies, working two companies at the same time, you're paying twice. You're paying your percentage of your job you've done on the base company, on the app.
On the app
but
company.
also you're paying a rental to the base company as well every week, or a commission. So you're paying twice.
Yeah.
You're paying, so every job would be taken twice, and also you can't give your attention to one company because you're flitting around all the time. So you'd be like, you've got your base on, you've got your app on, you're flipping about all the time. You can't give your whole attention to one, because when the app, I read the app, I read Uber, of course. When the app's running, it can run you anywhere, all over the place. If you keep stopping and coming back to a base area to pick up work, it doesn't flow, so you lose your flow doing two together. And do you make any more money doing two together? Really, do you make any more money doing two base and your app together? At the end of the week, I've done it. I've done base and app together at the same time. Secretly, I do take off the door signs when I finish and put down the other door signs on. Did I make any more money? No.
Shocking.
I made the same as what I made. In fact, I make more now with Uber than what I did in the base company. Surprise, surprise, you make more on Uber than the base company. So, doing one is better. We have all this choice now. We have all this choice what you can work off.
But that's what we're trying to tell you. What you can work off. Let's get back to the whole sort of thing of what the story is all about. 2023, becoming a taxi driver. So yes, you can work on an app-based company. You can work in a base company, or you can work on the Hackney. But always remember what your costs are going to be. If you own your own car, then you're going to have to pay for your insurance, obviously your own maintenance, and obviously all your own fuel, which is going to be a hefty sum at the end of the week. And also, please make sure that you're actually getting yourself an accountant to deal with all the work as well. Some naughty people out there don't like getting accountants.
We have to now, because when you come to renew your license now, the check codes come out as well. So
UTR number.
UTR number, yes, we all have one of them. We should have. So if you're going to, as well, if you're going to do the job full time, I wouldn't buy a car.
No, we would say go and rent a car.
Yeah.
And there are plenty of rental dealerships out there for your own pleasure.
And I would rent a hybrid now in this day and age now. And also people say, oh, but the only way renting a car really works for you if you do it full time. If you do it part time, buy a car, but don't buy it on finance, buy it outright. Even if it's an older car, have no payment on it, because doing it part time, your expenses around 30% is expenses. So you want them, if you're doing it part time, you want their expenses to be so low that buying a car outright is the only way to go, really. But if you're doing 1,000+ mile a week, rent it, because you get your insurance covered, your maintenance covered, the tyres are covered, the brakes, everything's covered. You pay your one flat fee a week, and you can factor that into your week. Do that in the first couple of days or day of your week. After that, it's all
I would say, personally, if you're going to go and rent yourself a car, make sure you get yourself a hybrid car. Now, please be aware that the hybrid cars will be costing you a little bit more money due to the fact of their range of mileage. Which I would suggest that you, definitely go and get yourself a hybrid one.
Hybrid is the way to go if you're doing it full time as well in 2023. Fuel's high. You want your miles to be high as well. You want to get 65 plus to the gallon. Are you getting 65 plus to the gallon? Yeah, it should be.
Because don't forget, in some certain areas, you could be in Liverpool, you could be then working in Warrington, and then you could also go down to Stoke or the East Midlands, end up in Lincoln, and then come back again. I don't know anybody that's done that, do you?
Well, I do that on Uber.